What's up, guys? In this video, I wanted to tell you my thoughts on criminals who turn rat and government confidential informants. Okay? A lot of you may not be familiar with the criminal system, definitely not as familiar as I am with it, but I will tell you the reality is the majority of all convictions, percentage-wise in the 90s, in the high 90s, are the result of one criminal turning state's evidence against another and agreeing to cooperate and testify for a reduced prison sentence. Okay? It is such a fucking distorted concept to think that two people could have committed the same exact crime under the same exact circumstances and one potentially be let free because the other one decides to tell on his friend. It's such a fucked up system that we have right now. And the truth is, the cops and the criminal justice department rely on this method of conviction more so than anything else. You take this criminal informant bullshit away and it will change everything. Everything. You can't incentivize cooperation by reducing prison sentences for criminals. Because what happens is, as a group of people get arrested for the same crime, it just becomes a race to who rats first. I personally can never, ever think of fucking ratting. I was in a situation myself where I was facing 143 fucking years. And in those times, I did have the ability, should I wanted to give information on others where I could have fucking helped myself avoid all of that. And guess what? I never fucking thought about it. Because what kind of fucking piece of shit do you have to be to destroy the lives of others, no matter who they are or how bad they are, for your own fucking fault and actions? The fact that you got caught now is going to let you destroy others and their families. I can't ever think along those lines. The majority of people these days are not like me. They're fucking soft and they're fucking rats and they don't think like I do. The way I thought and continue to think now is I am a fucking man and I will take responsibility and consequence for whatever my actions are. If I fuck up and decide to make the wrong choice, make the wrong move in life, and there's a consequence as a result, I take it. That's what men do. All right? And that same reason that I'm telling you how I would never rat is the reason why I ended up coming out of prison one day. Because nobody ratted on me. And I'm so appreciative and thankful that I went through that at that time with the people I did versus now where it looks like everybody's fucking soft as shit and ready to talk about everything. Okay? Another point that comes into the conversation is when you allow criminals to testify on the stand, in a courtroom, in a trial of someone else, their credibility is always going to be lacking. How the fuck are you going to trust the criminal? The criminal who has a reward waiting for him at the end, knowing that all he has to do is say what the government wants. It makes no sense. It takes credibility away. I say that no undercover informants should ever be allowed to testify, confidential ones especially. The government has it now where they will not reveal the identity of informants. Okay, there are there's legislation in place where a defendant has the right to know his accusers. I was in that situation. They still never revealed who the informant was for me. Okay? They never revealed it to this day. I know who it is, one of two people, but they never revealed it. All right? I just don't, I don't feel like this is the right way. I feel like the police and the government need to do better, do your fucking job, and have evidence to support whatever allegation you make against someone. But don't let that evidence come from another fucking scumbag criminal, okay, whose credibility is zero, and then who you're giving a big fucking reward to at the end. Because just imagine how many people could end up in prison losing their lives as a result of some weak-ass punk, petty criminal who decided he didn't want to go to prison. So he can make whatever shit he wants up in accordance with what the government wants to hear, and now you're fucking people over left and right. So I'm curious about your thoughts on this, guys. Do you think that it's okay that one criminal testify against another for a fucking reward? Do you think it's okay that the government use confidential informants and not reveal the identity of those people? Please comment below, and I'll talk to you next time.